Hey guys, how you doing? This is Bear with Bear's Den Acrylic Art, back with another painting video. And coming live from a wasp-free apartment. Isn't that exciting? Maintenance finally came and the wasps have now gone to that great hive in the sky where they can piss off the angels and all of that stuff. So good riddance. So tonight I wanted to do another painting inspired by another photo that I took in the botanical garden in Golden Gate Park. This photo is of a dahlia flower, which, you know, you should have seen the reds in this particular flower, you know, in person. The picture really does not do it justice. Lots of rich, deep, you know, burgundy and, you know, crimson tones. And, you know, reds are not something that I typically work a lot with, so this is going to be interesting for a number of reasons. So I'm going to be doing this cloud pour on a 20 by 20 inch canvas. And, you know, I wanted to show you, I don't know if you can see, but I have carved a little, you know, a little nick in the side of this cup because I have not been a fan with the way that these, you know, have been pouring. So I wanted to see if maybe doing something like this might, you know, make the ring pour go a little bit smoother. So we're going to be working with several different shades of red tonight, and those are going to be interspersed with my, you know, usual cloud mix. And just for some added separation, I'm going to be layering every once in a while some Amsterdam pearl red, okay? Just for a little bit of added separation. So the first color that I'm going to be putting in my cup, this is the Modern Masters in the metallic black cherry, which, you know, this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous color. So we are going to put in roughly 2.5 ounces. These are 5-ounce cups that I'm using. All right. And then next going in, this is Golden's Alizarin Crimson, which dries super, super dark. And it is a color that I just love. A little bit more. All right. And whenever I do a cloud pour, I usually do 2 colors, and then we go in with a little bit of my cloud mix. All right. And then next we are going in with the Bordeaux by Arteza. Ooh, and there was just a big chunk of something in there. That's going to be problematic. Next, this is Carmine Deep from Amsterdam. And then we're going to hit it again with the cloud mix. So this next one is Cranberry Wine by Deco Art Americana. Now I typically don't use craft paints in pours like these, but you know, I kind of doctored this color up with a couple drops of the Alizarin Crimson as well as some Golden's Manganese Blue. So this last color, this is Cobalt Violet by Golden's. All right, so now what I am going to do is I'm going to restart this sequence, and then since I don't need any more cloud mix, this is where I am going to start to put in my pearl red. So we're just going to do a little bit more of each. Yeah. So this dahlia flower, like I said, is, you know, it's just absolutely stunning. And I was very excited when I found it because I knew that I definitely wanted to, you know, use that as some of my, you know, color inspiration. All right, and I think I'm gonna call it a day there because we are about up at that notch in the cup. So you can see we have a very nice and full cup. So on this 20 by 20 canvas, I am going to get it flooded and popped, and I will see you back here in just a moment. All right, friends, thanks for sticking around. The canvas is flooded, the bubbles are popped, and I am ready to go with this dahlia-inspired cloud pour. Now, before I get to pouring, all of the colors have been mixed with my mix pour, about 6 to 1, 1 part paint, 6 parts of the mix pour, thinned down with some water. And if you guys have not gotten your hands on this yet, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. You know, you can email Krista at 8974, well, Krista8974 at gmail.com. So, highly recommend. All right, I also have my tweezers at the ready because there's a chunk of something floating around in this cup and I'm none too pleased about it because I strained everything and, you know, was fairly careful, but apparently not careful enough. All right, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so with my notched cup, there's the chunk. Well, with the notch, it's definitely pouring better than without. Still not perfect, but better. And this was an 18-ounce cup. There were probably about 17 ounces of paint in it. Coming to the Dismount Phase. All right, I can already see some clouds beginning to develop, so that's always promising. Oh, look at that. There was a sneak drip, which I should have anticipated. So, let's see, where is my skewer? Okay, my skewer has been located. So I am just going to take this and try and correct the center a little bit. Now I'm not quite sure how to correct this part. So what we're just going to try, we're just going to try drawing arcs to kind of mimic the shape that already exist. All right, is it perfect? No, but you know what? Few things in life are. But if for nothing else, I am really liking the fact that I am seeing some clouds. Now, depending on where that chunk of whatever has landed, I might have to interrupt my tilting to excise that. Because no one likes chunks. In fact, you know what? I think and you can tell, I don't know if you can see, but right here and right here, just from the little bit that I moved it, the rings got distorted. Okay. Well, nothing came up, so, but at least it's close enough to the edge where, you know, that'll probably get tilted off anyway. So just motion of the ocean, just to start opening these rings up. All right, so let's keep going. So bringing the weight of the paint back to the center-ish. Just walking the paint down a little bit. Okay. I think that looks pretty cool. Now I am going to try, don't like whatever is happening right there. So maybe that can be convinced to make its exit. Thank you for playing. All right, I rather like this. Yes, I think this will do just fine. So what I need to do is get my gloves off without flinging paint everywhere. That would be helpful. So we torch. Yes, and you know what, even this part that, you know, I kind of had to manufacture because of the drips, I really don't mind because of how the other, you know, boulder cells have been developing. And you'll see this when I bring you in, but what I like about the cells is that, you know, the cloud cells did take on a red hue, but they did so without becoming overly pink. So let me take care of my edges and let me bring you in for the look-see, and you can see things from my vantage point. All right. So I turned off both the ring light and the overhead light, so I hope that this is not too dark. But, you know, I wanted you to be able to see the multitude of rings throughout this whole piece. All right. I love the center. I love how deep it goes. You know, the metallic black cherry next to the alizarin crimson, I think looks really, really good. And again, I like that, you know, the cloud cells have taken on some red without turning pink. All right, even the part that I had to make that for some odd reason now resembles a foot. I can't unsee that now. I still think it works, okay? I like the depth. I love the reds. I even love, it's very, very faint on the outer rings. But if you see these little super, super thin, feeny lines of white, that's the Pearl Red by Amsterdam. Now, it's not gonna read red, but it does provide for some separation. You know, even these little pop-up cells on the edges, I do not mind. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I am quite pleased with this dahlia-inspired cloud pour. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for joining me for another video. These have been just so much fun to do, and I am loving every minute of it. So if you are new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button or that like or share. You know, please leave a comment. I do my best to answer each one in a timely fashion. All of my stuff is for sale, so you can check out my catalog on my Facebook page or my Instagram page, Bears Den Acrylic Art, or you can inquire directly by email. That's bear@bearsdenacrylicart.com. And once again, you know, if you would like to get your hands on some mix pour and try it yourself, you can do so by emailing Krista8974@gmail.com. She has just been wonderful to communicate with, and I am very grateful, you know, for her time. So, you know, make sure you drop her a line if you are interested. So with that, stay tuned for the dry results, and as always, I will see you at the next video. Bye. Okay, friends, here are the dry results just from my drying table. As you can see, everything is nice and shiny. I love the distinction between all of the bands, you know, even though these were very, very similar, you know, hues of red, everything is still really kind of distinct. I love how the clouds formed and stayed. I love that, you know, swirl in the middle of the metallic black cherry from Modern Masters. You know, overall, I would say that this piece was a success. Let me know what you think.